Hi, what's your name?
Hi, my name is Edgar Rivera.
Hi, Edgar. Where are you from?
I'm from Wheeling, Illinois. I am first generation Mexican American, but my parents came from Mexico. I was born in Des Plaines, but I live in Wheeling. I grew up in Wheeling.
Perfect. What is your job?
So currently, I am the freshman A coach here at Elk Grove High School. I am a division head of student success, safety, and wellness. This is my fourth year here at Elk Grove, but if I were to tell you what my true passion is, it's coaching. I've been coaching now for 22 years.
I was going to ask, how long have you been a soccer coach? Okay, 22 years.
Yes, so I started coaching at the age of 16. So that tells you my age. I'm 38 years old. So
Wow,
yes, so 22 years.
fantastic. And how does someone become a soccer coach?
Okay. So I think just getting involved. So the way I was involved was with my little brother through the park district. So I was just helping my father coach him. So just got involved. I think if you are passionate about a sport, you don't have to be the best, but just being involved in it, whether you're playing or being alongside a coach that you look up to. But I just kind of found my passion with working with little kids and the game of soccer. I started playing the game of soccer at the age of 3. So tells you I've been playing soccer for 35 years, but I just found a passion for it. And it's something that I truly love. And so I started at early age just because I had a little brother who was 8 years younger than me. So I was helping that team.
Do you need any special training or certificate to be a soccer coach?
Yes, to coach. So I went to Western Michigan University and I got my degree in physical education, health, and coaching. So you have to do some internship hours to get your coaching certificate. Specifically, to be a soccer coach, you have to, there's licenses. So there's soccer licenses for coaching. And it starts at E. There's an E coaching license, and then it works all the way up. So D, C, B, and then A level coach. So if you have an A license, coaching license, you can coach a professional soccer team, whether it's here in the United States or any country. And those coaching licenses are good all over the world. The US
Oh,
National Soccer Association puts that out. So it is through actual certified organization. I know the Illinois State Soccer Association also provides licenses. So, for example, myself, I have a D National, which means it's a coaching license, which means I can coach youth soccer anywhere in the country. It's not a very high license, but as you move up, so like a C National C license, coaching license, it's a 2-week course. So you actually have to
okay.
do a 2-week coaching course where you actually have to develop coaching lesson plans. You actually have to provide a coaching lesson to a random group of kids who show up to this training. I don't have that because it's hard to do. Usually they're in the summer, and I don't have the 2 weeks off to get it. But it's easy to get a coaching license, starting especially with the E. It's very basic, the E coaching license. Then you have the state D, which is it's a little more challenging. And then you have the D national, which is a little more challenging. But as you work your way up, it just becomes a little bit more rigor. But if you know the game as much as I do, and you're involved with the game and you play it, you can become a coach. You just have to have passion and you have to love kids.
Okay, perfect. What is the best part of your job?
I think my job is there's a lot more to just coaching soccer. It's just getting to know kids, right? Getting to almost teach them life skills.
Mhm.
Um, I think just seeing them grow in the sport is probably the most rewarding. So love that. Yeah, been doing it for so long.
Sports are so important. I agree with what you're saying. What's the most difficult part of your job?
I think the most difficult part of my job is probably time constraint. So if you coach, for example, if you're coaching club soccer, club youth soccer,
Mhm.
you have, usually it depends on how many teams you have, but it's about an hour and a half a day per team. I would say, and then the weekends are busy, so you have to have game time on Saturday, Sunday. Sometimes there's tournaments. It's just a matter of juggling your time, but I think the time constraint is probably the biggest thing, especially if you have a family, if you're married or have kids, then becomes a little bit difficult. But other than that, I
Right.
think, yeah, time is the biggest constraint.
Okay. And can you share any advice for a teenager who wants to later become a soccer coach?
I think if you're interested in coaching, I think reach out to a coach that you have a relationship with. It doesn't have to be necessarily soccer, but if you have a relationship, if you know someone that coaches soccer, get involved. I think another way that I kind of learned the game was becoming a referee.
Mhm.
And so when I was 16 years old, I started reffing soccer games through the park district, and that helps you see two different sides of the sport. One is the coaching side, and the other is the refereeing side. But just get involved. I think there's always coaches who need a hand, especially at the younger ages. I know soccer around here starts at the age of like 4 or 5 years old, so the little ones could be quite a handful. But that's where that's the biggest challenge sometimes, is those little ones, just keeping their attention, letting them have fun. It's very basic soccer fundamentals, and I think that's a good start. If you don't have a relationship with anyone, in terms of that of a coach, I'd be more than happy if you reach out to me. I always have private soccer lessons. I'm always coaching on my free time. So if you're really passionate about it, feel free to reach out to me.
Great. Thank you so much for talking with us today.
Thank you. I hope I see you out there coaching someday.